work because we have some...
Rock dance. Rock dance.
Hush now, my wild child. You'll never be what everybody wants. So it's best to be yourself. You've chosen your path well.
This happened on the way up to work this morning. Flat tire. Wah, wah, wah. So we had to drive back down to our place to get the jack because it was in the wrong car. So we just got back with the jack. Got back with the jack. Gonna jack her up just to let the pressure off the actual wheel well for the day. We still have to go get to work because we have some
Rock dance. Rock dance.
because we have some time-sensitive lawns to get to. So we're gonna jack her up for now, go do the work day, and then come back and take care of that. So that's today's adventure so far. Sean's looking for another big rock to chalk the wheels with. One. Every night I see someone out in the corner. Everything like a plate and popcorner. Touchdown, turn around, go back up, keep the score. Would you tell me that I found out what you're looking for? Sean and I have done so much car work on these two cars. We could probably sit and tell different stories about fixing the cars for a good couple of hours, huh, Sean?
Yeah. Good to know that I'm handy enough to take care of something, I guess.
One of the benefits of being a poor married couple the past few years has been that when something goes wrong, like with the car, you don't have the money for a mechanic, so guess what? You Google the problem, you watch tutorials on YouTube, and you just have to figure it out. So, while that is a pain in the butt and has taken a lot of time, we have also gained a lot of good experience from that, and are now comfortable working on either of these cars, just us, anytime something happens.
Gluten-free, non-GMO oil at this Midas right here. I personally have a problem with gluten, as you've all heard before, but now I can avoid any gluten problems with my cars too. Don't put wheat in your car. Just don't do it.
This morning I realized, man, we're already on episode 90. We've been doing this for 90 days. Or at least, like, I know part of the stuff in the beginning is more spotty. We didn't do it every day, but 90 videos worth of vlogs, that's crazy. It has gone really fast. And Sean and I are thinking of something special to do for the 100th episode, which is coming up very soon.
We have a number of ideas, but we'd love some more, so if you have a good idea for a 100th episode special, put it in the comments down below. Among the clients we have a couple fairly rich ones, and there's one that has a very large house in a very nice area of town, and we sit there and we fantasize after mowing his lawn about our yard. We would set our yard up completely differently.
Well, okay, it just makes us sit around and think about our dream house in general. Sean and I are going to be building our own house, hopefully within the next few years. And we want to have like a big plot of land to build it on, because we don't just want like a huge house and then like just 1 acre or something. Like, we want several acres at least.
We have a couple other things like student loans we have to finish paying off first, and then we'll be saving up and buying a plot of land. We're going to build our own house. We've been planning it since probably before we were even married, actually. So we know what we want to do, we know how we want to do it, we've looked at prices. It'll take a while to save up that much, but it's doable, especially if we're working and being smart with our money. But part of the thing is, I don't want just a yard that looks nice. I want a place that I can send the kids out and they can jump on the trampoline, and Nat and I play frisbee quite a bit. I like to toss a football around a little bit, and this guy back here hopefully will be willing to toss it back and forth with me. And we do a lot of run around outdoors. We're always finding fields and parks to go do stuff in, so I want my backyard to resemble that. My grandpa had a huge backyard that had lots of grass, and I spent hours and hours and hours of my childhood just running around like kids do. So I want a backyard that's a little bit more usable. Part of the problem is a lot of the houses we take care of that are like this are older people who don't necessarily have kids or anything like that, so they're not worried about it the same way. But someday, it's still a ways off before we can even start thinking about that, because we have some other things to do first. But in a couple years, when we turn our attention to that, now you know what kind of a backyard we want to have.
Finally done with mowing for the day. It is like 6 o'clock or shortly after. Sean is actually finishing what's technically the last job, which is actually here where we usually get the equipment, so you probably can't hear, but he's over there with the weed whacker. I'm over here starting things with the tire. Me and Tibbs are keeping it cool. Hi, Tibbs. How was your day, son? You want to watch me change a tire? Yeah, Mom, you're so cool. I know, son. Let me teach you something. Okay. In case you're wondering, yes, the baby is plenty far enough away from this. Doesn't have air in it. He-Man. Snapping bolts.
Hopefully I didn't snap any bolts.
Snapping bolts in a good way.
Breaking bolts. This one was the hardest right here. This one took me a few minutes.
What's up? He's a little fussy. He's ready to be done with his day. So are we, Tibbs. We're trying to hurry. Here, let me help you with that one. You wanna...
Okay.
Jeez. Yeah, you okay?
That's fine.
Holy Moses.
This thing, this spare tire, normally your spare tires have air in them, but this one doesn't. So we're gonna stop changing the tire and go to the gas station now. Adventures in SylverandZeus land.
We're here at the gas station. The Sinclair. Gosh, I've got the spare. Sean's inside paying. Dude, why is anything that happens to a car always really, really inconvenient?
Natalie over here, in her rush to get us done and home quickly, decided to take the route up into Manitou Springs, where you get on the freeway going into Colorado Springs. Oops.
I'm turning around.
Quick turnaround. Doesn't add more than like a minute to the adventure.
It adds volumes to my rage.
We had a couple days that just have not worked well recently. It's a good thing we tend to just tackle such things with a little bit of humor and kind of move on. Life is life, you know, gotta roll with the punches. Natty, demonstrate rolling with the punches. That was punching your husband, not rolling with the punches. Any excuse she can get.
At least it came off easy. It seems like our other car, it's always so difficult just to pop the tire off.
Yeah,
It's a pain in the butt.
Can you actually push that? Just not quite. There we go. That's good. That's fine.
Ghetto fab. Slightly Ghetto, folks. We are your heroes of Slightly Ghetto. Hello, sweetie. You are hanging in so well. Oh, I love you. Oh, yes, goody, goody, goody. Oh, goody, goody, goody. It's 7 o'clock. He needs to eat. He is doing so well.
I
have
are
an
you
angel
talking about
baby.
me? You're talking about me, right? I need to eat. I'm doing really well.
Sean needs to eat, and he's doing
I'm
really
standing
well.
up like a champ. I want to go cry, and I'm out here working.
Maybe he'll cry when we're home.
I probably won't have time when we're home to cry. I'll probably be working on SylverandZeus. Or at this rate, I'll be showering. I do shower after work most days, as you've
Check
probably
out
seen
this crouch
as you've been watching our
position.
blog.
Nice squat you got going there.
Thank you.
It would do you well in countries without toilets. What? What's up? Oh, little buddy. Oh, little buddy. You are the greatest thing since sliced bread, Tibbs.
Well, we're on our way home now. We're going to attempt to avoid any big bumps with the spare tire and not go over 50 or...
In a town with a speed limit of 25.
Yeah, it's gonna be a struggle. Besides that, I'm coming down with a migraine. It's been not... I get a migraine almost every day. Usually by the end of the day I have a migraine.
Since he was a kid.
Yeah, it's helped a lot. We've learned that a lot of it comes from my diet, so I can control it that way. But on days like today where it's really stressful, it starts coming earlier and I start falling apart a little bit earlier. So I'm going to go home and hopefully take some medicine. I'm hoping I don't need to lay down. I'm a little disappointed because generally right now I should be with the Boy Scouts at our church, working with them. And that's obviously not going to happen, partly because, oh yeah, that already started. And we're still up here with a car that just got fixed, and partly because I'm feeling sick and getting sicker and blah, 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 blah. So that's a little frustrating, but I'm glad the tire is done. And I'm really grateful. There are two things that I'm grateful for as I was sitting there changing it. I realized the first is I remember the first time I had to change a tire on my own, like without my dad or anybody's help. And it freaked me out a little bit. And all of a sudden I realized I'm at the point where when it comes to fixing a lot of car stuff, I don't look up the manual. I don't really need to do that much. I just sit down and fix it. It's so much faster and easier, and so I'm grateful for that. The other reason I'm grateful is that I have this right over here. She does a very good job of helping make sure things get done well. Even if I did most of the work for the tire, she got everything ready, and she helped keep the baby happy, and she did anything I needed to. And honestly, one of the joys of marrying someone who is very competent is if something happened, if my migraine got so bad that I was, hiding under the car crying or something, hasn't happened before, but who's to say it wouldn't, the tire would still get changed because she is incredibly competent and capable. So I'm very grateful for those two things, even though it's been a longer and a bit more of a rough day on my end. There's still a lot to be grateful for, so no complaining. Nat just said, "Don't I look precious?" And she's got a point. That is beautiful. Anyways, forget everything we've ever told you. Tiberius just got hurt and screamed until he got me, and then he calmed down right away and wanted to be held by me until he finally was in a good mood. And now he's playing with Nat and she's making him laugh. So we were wrong all along. Got you, got you, got you, got you, got you, got you, got you. Yeah, tell me.
Look at my crazy hair. It feels like bug antennas. It's awful. Well, the day is over. We're tired. So that means the vlog is over. Thanks for joining us. Hope you liked it. Feel free to subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow.